What's up, guys? It's your boy Starfusion, aka the Indian Samurai, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing like a map analysis of the Black Ops 6 Zombies map Terminus, because I don't have like infinite stories and stuff like that. So when I get another story, I will tell you about that. But for now, let's just I'm gonna do this type of content for a bit, and let's just see how it goes. And if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to like subscribe and comment and let me know, because I really enjoy it and it helps me grow. But anyway, let's get into today's video. So one of the first maps we got in Black Ops 6 Zombies was Terminus. A great map in my eyes, and in my opinion, a great comeback after Modern Warfare 3 and the Cold War. Even if Modern Warfare 3 only had Outbreak, because it perfected Cold War's formula and improves some problems. But that's, more of a Black Ops 6 as a whole. Many people thought that the Cold War Zombies lacked the feeling of every map being unique, which makes it feel more repetitive in comparison to older games. And personally, I could agree on it because, yeah, I mean, some maps, like, if you compare Forsaken and D-Machine, yeah, they have different kind of personalities, but it kind of makes it like 2D with the zombies almost looking the same and stuff like that. So, in comparison to the older games, it's quite different. But, like, in Terminus, the personality is really there. You feel like the people were experimented on in the labs. You feel like it's quite of a disturbing feeling down in the labs, even if it's just a modern game and we got an explanation for almost everything. I mean, all like those zombies, in those pods sleeping there, and all the blood and all the cages that you can see outside the map. It just makes it a bit unnerving, to be honest. And it was, I still think that even if the place wasn't like overrun by zombies, it would still be a very unpleasant place, because they were kind of you know messed up people there, like psychos and even some crazy scientists. But anyway, let's move on to the water weapon. The water weapon of this map is called the Beam Smasher. Awesome name, by the way. It's just a laser beam that can obliterate almost any zombie, and another move which slows the zombies down. And to be honest, it's really cool. And like when you run out of ammo and this thing is, the mag doesn't like explode, but it creates like an energy wave, which on early rounds will kill almost any zombie around you, but on later rounds it's just kind of used to, get away from, get a chance to, get away from every bagler that you meet, or like some zombies like that. And to craft it, you have to choose some power boxes that a lab will open. Before you continue, a crawler in the smaller lab will drop something to you to pick up. Grab that, and you have to go get another thing of a suitcase in the same room that where Elemental Pop is. And when you grab that, a bunch of vermin will spawn, which in my eyes is pretty annoying, but it's fine because that's just the beginning of it. After that, you need to turn on some computers over the main island. And then buy some password to the thing that you get, because like when you put this thing in, and after you open all the computers, like a math problem opens that you can calculate and solve on your own, or you can buy the password from Peck for like 5k points. But I usually do that because, to be honest, I think it's quite annoying to solve it by myself, and I usually play on the weekends, and I'm not gonna do math on my weekends because I'm away from school for a reason. But anyway, let's continue. And after that, it will give you coordinates to a island where you're supposed to go. Pick up the thing that the computer leaves you, and then you go to the islands. A zombie will be chosen, and it will glow a certain color. I think it's blue, green, purple. Like blue first, then green, then purple on the different spots. So you have to shoot that one 2 times. Like you have to, shoot the zombie by itself 2 times, but you have to kill one zombie, and then you get the thing that you need, and then you have to take it to the glowing orb, and then you're gonna have to do it again at the same place, and then later it will move on to the next island, and you do that again, and then to the next island, and you do that again. That's pretty much the final step for it. I mean, It's quite a simple step, but on high rounds with like a quite a mid weapon, it's kind of annoying to do. But you have something like an explosive sniper or the Mustang and Salis, it could go pretty easy. I mean, it's not nothing like crafted the Ray K from Firebase C in Cold War. That could be quite annoying, to be honest. I tried doing that a couple of times, and it it isn't like super easy, and you should really pack a puncher quite early because like in the later rounds, like around round 30, 36, where like it kind of craps out. It is like as good as it was before. And in comparison to the ray gun in this game, it doesn't do nearly as much damage because the ray gun is quite cracked in this game. And yes, I've tried it. It's really good. But anyway, let's move on to the boss zombies of this map. The boss zombie of this map, which is original, is called the Amalgam. And it's quite unsettling looking. It has many heads sticking out, many legs, many arms. It's just a big meat thing, if you're gonna be that. And it literally like absorbs other zombies and like takes their health, so it can heal itself, which is quite terrifying. And it has this move like where if you don't like get away in time, it would like snatch you up and try to swallow you whole with its like big mouth. And it has quite a lot of health if you don't have like a triple pack punch weapon yet, or any like ray gun or anything, like I said before, Mustang and Salis or the explosive sniper. It has quite a lot of health, and it's kind of good because it's quite original and it makes the game harder. And as usual with what we got with these two release maps for Terminus, we got the Mangler returns. Nothing special really, still really big, and the cannon is more annoying than before because I find it more homing now than before, like a Cold War. The problems with the boss zombies in this game, especially the Mangler, that they spawn way too often. You can have like 10 Manglers, 3 Amalgams, even in Liberty Falls, where we get to that maybe in a later video. Like, the Abomination spawns a bit too much. And it makes it harder, but it's quite frustrating because they're just too much, this, like, sometimes it feels like they're more overwhelming than the zombies by themselves. And in my eyes, they should like fix that. And it's quite annoying, like getting sniped by the Mangler and even getting one shot by the Amalgam like after round 30. And the Parasite are in this map. They like serve like a Hellhound type of role, and they like have the dedicated round that you get a max ammo, and then they appear like every so often. And even the Vermin, I mean, they also appear. They're not like real like a main boss zombie, but they're like a extra type of zombie that is there. But anyway, let's move on to the environment. Terminus takes place on a prism/lab in the middle of the Filipino Sea, which creates an interesting vibe. The map is also fairly big, with one main island and a couple of smaller ones you can travel to via boat or even by swimming to them. But be aware, there is a sea monster lurking and appearing every so often, and will try to hunt you down with its like toxic area near it. And it's just a big tentacle, and it's quite annoying, and it's quite scary and unsettling at the same time. It gives me quite a lot of feelings at the same time. But anyway, and there are tons of like smaller side Easter eggs, like you can find like treasure chests like with every single island, and under like the sunken ship that also is there in like the ocean. And and you can even like upgrade your AAT. There's a bunch of points Easter egg. There is even like a double points Easter egg that you can do, and even an Easter egg that gives you like 3 legendary weapons, and even an Easter egg that makes like every point you do be doubled, almost like an infinite double points. I think it's quite, interesting. And the main Easter egg is there. I mean, I wouldn't say it's super hard. I think it's more annoying, but it's quite short. And the boss fight is really hard, to be honest. But maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just bad. But I have done it. I actually like the boss fight a bit. It's difficult, and I like it because of that, but I do find it annoying. And it does get repetitive after like failing once and then having to do that over and over. So yeah. And now to like, away from the environment, I'm just gonna move on to my own opinion. And I really like Terminus. It's a great return to a classic zombies with a modern style. I would say that it's kind of a classic looking map, to be honest. It has a really gritty feeling, and if it was like released on last gen, it would be quite scary. Like it being on new gen, it kind of like ruins the, you know, the, what is it called, the horror in it, because like I said before, you kind of get a description of why everything is what it is, and it kind of like doesn't have that kind of feel like the Rock have per se, where it's more like of a mystery and you could just speculate, and that I think that's really scary, to be honest. But like for like after Cold War and stuff like that, Cold War wasn't scary at all in my eyes. It in comparison to like Terminus, it's not as scary at all. In Terminus, you kind of get a vague feeling about how it was, and by like the blood everywhere and even those events happening when where you could see like zombies devouring humans stuff, it makes it quite more a bit, you know, scary and a bit disturbing. So yeah, that's what I think about it, and I hope that in the future we get more of a more scary maps to like Black Ops 6, because I really enjoy the game. But anyway, like, if you enjoy this type of video, I'm gonna try doing that, like, for Liberty Falls also. Be sure to like and subscribe, and, you know, tell your friends about me, comment if you like this style of video, and comment or if you want, like my story times back, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!